Hello students, I am Sheetal Bhanushali from Saraswat International Academy. I am teaching English of Standard 4, Unit 1, Poem Wake Up, Part 1. Unit 1. In this unit, one poem is there and one chapter is there. The name of the poem is Wake Up and the name of the chapter is Neha's Alarm Clock. First, we'll start with the poem Wake Up. So, let us start with the poem. Let's read and recite. Wake up, it's a lovely day. Oh, please get up and come and play. The birds are singing in the trees and you can hear the buzzing bees. In the first stanza, the poet is asking the children to wake up and enjoy the beautiful day. They must get up and go out to play. The sound of birds chirping on the trees and bees buzzing in the gardens can be heard. Wake up, it's a lovely day. Oh, please get up and come and play. It's much too late to lie in bed, so hurry up, you sleepy head. In the second paragraph, here again the poet is asking the lazy children to get up and go out to play. The importance of time is also shown as the poet says that it is too late to sleep now. The sleepy children have to be punctual and must wake up now. Next stanza. Wash and dress and come on out. Everyone is up and about. The cow, the horses, the ducks, and the sheep, the tiniest chicken, cheep, 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 wake up. In this stanza, the poet is asking the children to get ready for the day, have breakfast, as all other creatures like cow, the horses, the ducks, the sheep, and even the tiny chicken are awake too. So, in this poem, basically, the poet is describing the beautiful day to sleepy children. He is asking them to get up early, go out for a walk, to play, listen the pleasant sound of birds chopping on trees, bees buzzing in the garden. Got it, students? Okay, students, now let us start with the notes of the poem Wake Up. First, drill words. You have to write this drill words 3 times in your notebook and learn it. First, lovely. Second, singing. Third, buzzing. Fourth, lie. Fifth, hurry. Sixth, sleepy head. 7, everyone. 8, tiniest. Next, write the synonyms of. First, lovely. The synonym of lovely is beautiful. Next, buzzing. Making a low, continuous humming sound. Third, sleepy head, lazy. Fourth, tiniest, smallest. Fifth, hurry, rush. Next, write the antonyms of first, tiny. The antonym of tiny is huge. Second, up, down. Third, lovely, ugly. Fourth, late, early. Next, write the rhyming words of first, trees, bees. Second, day, play. Third, bed, head. Fourth, ship, cheap. Next, choose the correct option. First, the poet is asking children to A. Sleep, B. Sing, C. Wake up, D. Cheep. So here the poet is asking children to wake up. So your answer is C. Wake up. Next, who are singing on the trees? A. Birds, B. Cows, C. Horses, D. Ducks. So, birds are singing on the trees, right? So, your answer is A. Birds. Next, who is buzzing? A. Birds, B. Chicken, C. Sheep, D. Bees. Who is buzzing? So your answer is D. Bees. Got it, students? Next, reading is fun. Answer the following questions. First, what do you think birds say to each other in the morning? So, they might be greeting each other, right? Like saying good morning to each other, like the same way we do. So, the answer is the birds chirp and greet each other in the morning. The birds chirp and greet each other in the morning. Second, who are already awake? In the poem, who are already awake? There are many birds, insects, and animals who are already awake, right? So, our answer will be birds, bees, cows, horses, ducks, sheep, and chickens are already awake. Got it, students? Next, which creatures wake up in the morning before the child does? So, the creatures which wake up in the morning are many, right? Like birds, bees. So, our answer is birds, bees, cows, horses, ducks, sheep, and chickens wake up in the morning before the child does. Got it, students? Okay, so after question answers, next is let's listen. First, listen to the song of birds. Say the words boy and bee. Listen to the bee sound in big, bubbles, bin, bag, blue, blow, and black. Second is listen to the baby chicks, cheep, cheep, chip. This is the listening activity when you will come to school. we will do this activity at that time. Next is, let's listen and talk. Again, this in this activity is there which you can do by your own. First, go for a morning walk. Listen to the sounds you hear, like the rustling of leaves, the wind blowing, the chirping of birds, the sounds of footsteps. So you have to go for a morning walk and just listen to the sound which you can hear. So this is again an activity which you have to do by yourselves. Next, imagine that a cow, a horse, a duck, and a chicken are meeting for a morning meal. What would they say to one another? Talk about it. Again, this is an imaginary activity. So you have to imagine that cow, horse, duck, and chicken, they are meeting for a morning meal. On what topic they would discuss, on what topic they would talk, you have to think that. So again, you have to do it by yourselves. Next, say aloud. Okay, here is a tongue twister. You have to say it loudly. Betty bought a bit of butter, but the bit of butter that Betty bought was bitter. So Betty bought some better butter to make the bitter butter better. So this is a tongue twister. You have to repeat all the words. You have to say it loudly. Got it, students? Next, let's write. First question is, connect the pairs of sentences using and or but. Okay. Here, two sentences are given. You have to join that sentences by using and or but. When you will use and, when you have to add some information to a sentence, or when you have to add some words or add any information in that sentence. And when you use but, when the sentences are contradictory. Let us start. First, two sentences are given. It is time to get up for school. I want to sleep for some more time. Okay, so answer is, it is time to get up for school, but I want to sleep for some more time. Here we are using but, because we are not adding any information or not adding any words. These are the contradictory sentences, so we are using but. Going, school, getting up, and want some sleep, they are opposite sentences, so we are using but here. Next, Sheila got some chocolates for her birthday. She got some new clothes too. Okay, here. Now we have to add some things, right? Because she is getting some chocolates as well as clothes. So we cannot use but here. We have to use and. Sheila got some chocolates and new clothes for her birthday. Clear, students? Next, everyone has gone to sleep. I want to read my book. Again, these are opposite sentences, like everybody has gone to sleep, but I want to read my book. So we will use but. Everyone has gone to sleep, but I want to read my book. Next, Raju plays cricket. He also plays hockey. Now we have to add something here. So we will use and. Raju plays cricket and hockey. Got it, students? Remember, when we combine or connect two sentences, we are not going to use full stop in between the sentences. We will use full stop at the end of the sentence. Clear? Next, question number 2. Fill in the blanks according to the example given below. First example is tiny, tinier, tiniest. So according to this example, we have to write all the other answers. Tiny, tinier, tiniest is an example of degree of comparison. So likewise, we have to write the answer. Big, bigger, biggest. So bigger, write down bigger. Sleep, sleepier, and then sleepiest. Lovelier and loveliest are given. So in the blank we will write lovely. Lovely, lovelier, loveliest. Late, later, latest. Round, rounder, roundest. Small, smaller, smallest. Good, better, best. Okay, so this you have to write in textbook only. Write it with pencil. Don't write this in your notebook. Whatever I am writing in textbook, that things you will write in textbook only, and don't use pen for your textbook. Write with pencil, and the other things you have to write in your notebook. Clear, students? So here we completed poem of unit 1. Next we'll start with the chapter of unit 1. Got it, students?